Finally, on your 4th day of your period, you might have gained a little bit of your strength back. So come join me for this practice. It's very important that you remove your socks because we're going to try our very first downward facing dog today. Let's start in a child pose position with feet together, knees together. Place your forehead on the ground and relax every part of your body. Let's bring our attention inward and connect with your breath. So notice how your breath starts from your belly and moves up to the chest, and then from the chest moves to the belly. Feel free to relax your arms along your body, bringing your hands close to your feet. Attention inward, and from here we're going to deepen our breath, evening up the inhales and exhales. The next inhale, roll up your head, and exhaling, coming back down. So inhaling, lift your hips up, massaging the top of your head, and exhale, bring your hips down. One more time, last time. Inhale and exhale. Coming back to a child pose position. Now open your knees. Keep your feet together, and let's move to an extended child pose, bringing your arms straight in front of you. Place your forehead on the mat, and we're going to take 3 big breaths together in here. Big inhale and big exhale. Number 2, inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale. Just like the other days, we're going to walk slowly to a right side first, bringing both hands to the right and letting the left side stretch. 3 breaths in here. Move at your own pace. Relax on your right leg and let your left side stretch. After your last breath, move slowly your hands, walk them to the right side. And we take 3 more breaths in here. Today's practice is just the same as the previous 3 days on the other 3 videos. I'm just adding more every day, and especially today, given that we're almost out of our bleeding phase. After your last breath, in this pose, please walk your hands to the center and bring your elbows to the mat, and let's come for a little cat and cow pose. Inhaling, looking up, and exhaling, looking down. We do this 3 times at your own pace. Just flex and extend the spine, moving the hips, moving the shoulders, creating space in your chest. After the last one, come to an all 4 position, tabletop position, and we're gonna go for a real cat and cow pose. Inhale, look up with your hips and your nose. Exhale, bring your nose to face your hips down towards your belly button. Curve your spine. Inhale, reverse the pose. And exhale, curve your spine a lot. Really enjoyed this movement last time. By now you should be very familiar with this movement. Exhale so you can fully enjoy it. So at the end of every cat and cow, I really like to hold for a moment, feeling the curve of the spine. Then look right with your hips and your head, and then bring your hips back to the other side. Keep moving right and left at your own pace. Really, there's no right way or wrong way to do this. It's just, it feels very good. So I want to leave you some freedom to move freely into your hips. Just move with your breath. And the last exhale, just come back to tabletop and draw circles with your hips only, one direction and then the other direction. And then move the circles to your shoulders. So draw circles one directions with your shoulders. This might be a little bit challenging. And then the other directions with your shoulders. Then take the left arm and bring it extended in front of you. And then exhaling, sinking your shoulders, your chest down towards the mat. Breathe into this shoulder and chest. Stretch might be very intense. After 3 breaths, we're going to change arm. So slowly come up and change arm. The right arm extended straight in front of you. And exhale, sink your shoulder down towards the mat, opening your chest and really feeling what an open shoulder feels like. 3 breaths in here. Inhaling, coming out of the pose, and we're going to go for a deeper one. So please be gentle. Walk slowly, both hands forward, and exhale. Relax and sink your chest and your shoulders down towards the mat. You don't have to go deep into this one. So remember to listen to your own body. My shoulders are very not open and painful. So I make sure I go very slow. And please know that it took me years to get into this deep stretch. So you might not be where I am right now, and it's okay. Just keep breathing. Stay in your pose for 3 breaths. And then whenever you're ready, you just very slowly, using your breath, push yourself up and out of the pose. Coming to sit on our heels and on our toes. So just like we did the other day, spread your toes on the mat and come sit with all your weight on the heels. This might feel a little bit better today after 3 days we have been doing it. Make sure your back is straight. So from your tail up to your spine, your neck, and remember to bring your neck backward. So you can try to slide like I'm doing, your neck forward and then bringing it backward and then holding it there in a straight position, just right on top of your spine, aligned with your whole spine. Focus on your breath here. Just let's reconnect to our breath while we build endurance on our toes. Slowly move your weight forward and change the position of your feet, extending them and bringing the top of your feet in contact with the mat. Sit back, straight spine, and draw circles with your nose in front of you, one direction, 3 circles. And move it with your breath and change direction, one direction, 3 circles. Very well. Let's move into our very first downward facing dog. Toes on the mat. Walk your hands 1 step forward and engage your core. Next, exhale, push your hips up and keep your knees bent. Create a contact between your thighs and your belly and extend your elbows. Exhale, try to extend one leg at a time. You don't have to touch the heel to the mat. And then inhaling, you bring that leg bent back in contact with your belly. And exhale, you try to extend the other leg and feel how that feels on your leg, on the back of your leg, and on your spine. Inhaling, bringing both knees bent back. And exhaling, we're going to rest down, heels on the ground. Take a moment to reset. We're going to go for number 2. This is a very hard pose. Again, toes on the mat, walk 1 step forward with your hands. Engage your core. Exhale, lift your hips. Knees bent. contact with your thighs and your belly. Exhale, try to extend both knees together only if your back stays straight. Otherwise, you can stay just with your knees bent the whole time. That might be your downward dog for today. Move your head right and left. Relax your neck. Maybe nod yes and say no. And then exhaling, we relax your knees to the mat again and reset. We're going to take a break in here just to reset and rest before our third and last downward facing dog. Hands forward, toes to the mat. Exhale, bring your hips up. Maybe this time you try again to extend the legs, or maybe not. Inhale in here, and next exhale, walk your feet forward, bend your knees a lot. Come to the center of the mat, bring your heels down and bend your knees a lot and bring all of your belly and your chest in contact with your thighs. Grab your elbows, let your head be heavy, and let's work on your forward fold. Exhaling, try to lift your hips up. Always more. So you work with the exhale and trying to relax the muscles of your legs. You don't have to get to a straight legs position. You can always stay with your bent legs position. Inhale, bring your hands to the mat. Exhale, walk back with the right leg. And we're on a low lunge position. Inhale, come up with your hands. Exhale, just stay here for a moment. Engage your right glutes and feel the stretch in the front of the right hips. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, extend your spine towards the back. Lift your chest up. Open your shoulders. Working on your spinal extension. And then last inhale, come up. Exhale, twist to your left side. Bring your left hand to touch the back of your right leg. Inhale, look forward, square your shoulders. Exhale, repeat the movement, the back extension. Work with your exhales. Keep breathing in here at your own pace. And maybe go deeper with your last exhale. Inhaling, bringing yourself up. Exhaling, bring both hands on the mat and feel the stretch in between your hips. Maybe you straighten the right leg to bring this pose to even a deeper position by bringing your elbows down the floor and rocking yourself forward and backward. Move with your breath. And then again, hands on the mat, passing through a plank pose. So bring your left leg back, plank pose. Notice your neck, don't drop it, lift it, and bring with your next exhale the right leg forward. So we're just doing the same to the other leg. Engage the left glutes, feel the stretch in the front of the left hip. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, start lifting your chest and bringing your arms backward and working on your back extension. Inhale and exhale, maybe deeper. Last inhale to come up. Exhale, turn to your right side. Right hand goes to touch the back of the left leg. Inhale to square your shoulders forward. Exhale to repeat the same movement. Working on that chest lifting and feeling it in your back. You don't have to be that deep. Just work with your breath. Inhale to come up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Feel the stretch in your hips. Maybe you can bring your knee more forward and straighten the left leg, only if it feels right. If you feel that this is not enough, you can bring your elbows down to the mat and rock yourself forward and backward. Move with your breath. And then hands on the mat again to come to a plank position. So move slowly and find your way to a plank position. On your next exhale, bring your knees down to the mat, sit back on your heels, and extend your child pose for a moment of rest and reset. Maybe take one deep breath in this position until we move forward and we slowly come to a seated position. So find your way to a seated position. If you need a pillow to lift your hips, please get your pillow now. Cross legs, the most comfortable way for you. Doesn't have to be mine. And find your straight spine position from your sitting bones up to your neck. Maybe opening your arms to your sides, touching the mat with your fingertips. Open your chest, lift your head, and take a deep breath in this position to reset. Stay connected to your breath. We're going to move into the same movements we've explored already the previous days. Keep breathing. And we're going to move into our cat and cow with crossed legs. So inhale, looking up, and exhale, curve your back. Inhale, reverse, coming forward with your chest, open your heart. Exhale, curve a lot backward. Last time, big inhale. And deep exhale, all the air out, and push into your lower back like you know it. Then move your body to the left side and then forward and then right and then back. So we're going to draw circles with our hips and with our shoulders. Left, forward, inhale. Right, backward, exhale. Last one. Big inhale, coming forward, feeling it into the hips, the shoulders, the neck. Exhale, rounding backward. Reverse the direction of this movement. Right first and front, and left and back. So you inhale where you come forward and extend your spine and look up. And you exhale where you go backward and curve your back, flex your back. Last time of this movement. And exhale, going back. Straighten your spine again. And then you take your left hand, lift it up, and exhaling, flex to one side, to your right side. So really feel the stretch to your left side. Remember to relax your right shoulder. And maybe you can walk your right hand a little bit forward to your side on the mat, feeling your left side relaxing and opening more with every exhale. And then after 3 breaths in here, move forward to your right knee, stretching the lower back of your left side. 3 breaths in here. You already know this movement. It feels so good. And this was so helpful when we were in pain in the previous days. Inhale to come out of this position and to reset. Next inhale, right arm comes up. And exhale, go and bend to your left side. Use the exhales to go deeper. And maybe look up the ceiling to keep your right shoulder open. So you don't want to round forward. After 3 deep breaths in here, maybe you are a little bit more deep. Come and turn forward towards your left knee. This time stretching your right lower back. 3 deep breaths in here. You don't have to be deep. It just has to feel good. After 3 breaths, inhale to lift up. Exhale to reset, and slowly move yourself to a lying down position, belly up. Knees bent, feet on the floor. Be careful when you come down, engage your core. We're gonna try do a very slow bridge pose. So the slowest of your whole life. Make sure your heels are on the ground. Push down with your heels and then exhale, lift your tailbone up. And inhale, relax. Exhale, engage your core and bring your tail up. Do this a few more times until you feel comfortable with the movement of your tail. And then let's go for the whole bridge. So exhale, lift your tail up, and then feel your vertebrae one by one lifting and leaving the floor. One by one means very, very slow, extremely slow. I'm halfway my back right now. So your hips are coming up so slow that you're feeling it for every single vertebra that is leaving the floor. Once you are all the way up, you can interlace your fingers, open your chest, and open your shoulders on the mat a little bit more. If it feels good, engage your glutes a lot and also your abdominal muscles. Then with your exhale, we're gonna, as slow as we came up, move our way down. So one vertebra by vertebra right now, you're going to touch them on the mat, from your neck to your upper back, to your middle back, to your lower back, and then last your tailbone. Move as low as you need for this one. Once you're done, bring your knees to your chest and hug yourself, maybe rocking yourself right to left and massaging your spine, just giving yourself a little bit of love. Keep breathing, deep inhales and deep exhales. With the next exhale, bring your knees to your left and look right, extending your arm to the side and looking at your hand. We stay here for 3 breaths, reconnecting to your breath and feeling already how hard it was this practice. Next inhale, bring your knees back, and exhale, bring them to the right side and look left. Extend your left arm and look at your hand. 3 breaths in here. Stay connected to your breath. Deep inhale and deep exhale. On your next inhale, you're going to bring both knees back to center and move out of this position. And then bring your legs up and your arms up. And feel free to just move your ankles and wrists, drawing circles, just relaxing. And then stop the movement and just feel the blood flowing down from your feet to your heart, from your hands to your heart. Your knees can stay bent and your legs should be and feel comfortable. So don't straighten your knees too much. Just try to relax in this pose. You might be surprised at how good it feels. Breathe in here, reconnect to your breath, and let go of any effort right now. We're moving forward the end of our practice, so this is the moment to start to let go. Just stay focused on the feeling of the blood flowing down from your feet to your heart and from your hands to your heart. If your mind wanders around, just bring it back to the feeling of the blood flowing down your legs and flowing down your arms. Then gently bring your arms back, draw some circles with both legs together, massaging your lower back. This is always a good movement to go for any pain release and even just to relax. Then bring your feet down to the mat and walk your way very slowly to your shavasana pose. So extend your legs opened, as wide as the mat. Adjust your hips, touching the mat evenly, and then relax your feet. Let them open. Open your shoulders, stick your shoulder blades to the mat. Open your arms aside your body and away from the body, palms facing up. Now make sure that your neck is free and relaxed and that your chin is not facing upward too much or down too much. Make any last adjustment right now. If you feel uncomfortable anywhere in your body, please adjust right now, because I want to invite you to find peace in your stillness. Most of the time, working with stillness is the hardest part in a yoga practice. So let's find out together how you feel in this stillness today. You don't have to do nothing from now on. You can relax, let the breath go. So don't think of your inhales, don't think of your exhales anymore. But if you feel and you notice that your mind is restless and cannot rest, just come back to the breath. But I invite you to just notice and observe what happens in your body when your body is naturally breathing and you're not forcing the breath. Now focus your attention on the feeling of relaxation throughout your whole body. And when you're ready, let's take a big inhale together. And a big exhale together, maybe through your mouth. I like to open my mouth a lot and relax my jaw. Start moving your feet, your hands, your legs, your arms. When you're ready, you roll to one side and come seated to a sitting position. And thank you very much for practicing with me today. I hope you will take some of these poses, of these movements with you and keep practicing for your healthy body and mind. Thank you so, so much.